everyone. Janice puts a fence around her rectangular garden. The garden has a length that is 9 feet less than 5 times its width. What is the perimeter of Janice's fence if the area of her garden is 5,670 square feet? So let's get started on this problem. The first thing we need to know is that the length is 9 less than, so I put that there, that's subtraction, 3 times its width. All right, and we're given the area of the garden, so that we know the formula for area for a rectangle is length times width. So area equals length. Our length is right here, so substitute 3w minus 9 times w. And we also know the area is 5,670. So this is going to be 3w squared minus 9w. And before I continue on, what I'm going to want to do is divide everything by 3. And when you do that, just dividing each piece by 3, you get 1890 equals w squared minus 3w. You could have done it earlier, or later, but I went ahead and did it now. And now it's a quadratic in form, so I'm going to subtract 1890 from both sides of the equation and set this to 0. So that's 1890. So basically we have 0 equals w squared minus 3w minus 1890. Now we have to factor this. So we're going to have WW. And since you're going to use a calculator on this, what I did is I went to my TI calculator and I went to my function key and typed in 1890, or you could do a negative, divide it by x. And then I did second graph to look at the table. And what I'm looking for is two factors that multiply, and they give you all the factors. You want whole numbers, so this gives you your table. That's going to give you a negative 3. And so the only two numbers that works with are 42 and 45, and the 45 has to be negative. So this is what we want, negative 3 here. And our 42 has to be positive. So it's going to be negative 45 and then plus 42. And I just did that by using the calculator with that. All right. Now I'm going to take away that. All right. So when we set each of these pieces to 0, we get w equals 45. And we get w equals negative 42. This is not going to work because width can't be negative. So we have one solution, which is w equals 45. Now we're going to find the width, the length, by plugging it back into this equation. So the length equals 3 times 45 minus 9. And that gives you 126. So now we have the length is 126 and the width is 45. Your perimeter, therefore, is 2L plus 2W. So 2 times 45 plus 2 times 126. And when you combine those two, our perimeter is going to equal 324. And that's in feet, not square feet, because we're not doing the area. So that's just where you add up the sides. So 324. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Weezy,